Hello and welcome to some new Fire Emblem content for the first time in, I don't know, maybe more than a year. I don't remember when I stopped playing Engage, but Vicious Sal released a patch earlier today for Radiant Dawn that is intended to be Lunatic Reverse. So if you're not familiar with that, it's a mode in FE12 where enemies always attack first, and also they just have higher stats, hence the lunatic part of it. And so, obviously, Radiant Dawn does not have a lunatic mode, although, of course, those names are kind of arbitrary anyway. But nonetheless, the patch not only makes enemies always attack first, it also boosts their stats a little bit, although actually it increases their offensive stats a little bit and then increases their HP, but also very slightly reduces their defenses. I'll put the details for this in the video description. The stat changes are pretty minor. I don't really expect that to be the primary factor here, but I guess we'll see. In any case, I'm planning to play through this on Iron Man because it sounded fun, and I do like me some Radiant Dawn, so seemed like a good opportunity to get back into it. So yeah, let's, without any further ado, get started. I've said since it's Iron Man, I want to make sure I have a copy of this clear data so I have the option to recruit Peleus or whatever, but I don't know if the difficulty selection here actually matters. I'm just going to select hard in case it does. And we are off. I'm of course gonna skip all the story stuff. We're just gonna get straight into the actual game. That's all good. Alright, so yeah, looking at this, like, I definitely can't just tell that the stats are boosted, but I believe it's like strength, magic, skill, and speed all get a boost. So presumably this guy would normally have 7 speed. Like I said, it's in the description. Fortunately, that's still low enough for Edward to double. But I think here, in yeah, we have some guys over here with 9 speed. I think normally you don't run into the guys that potentially Edward doesn't double until you get to this, like, one guy or to the boss. Well, the boss has 12, okay. But, oh, I think bosses get a bigger boost. I forgot about that, yeah. But anyway, I think normally Edward guaranteed doubles most, if not all, of the bandits, but not this time. So we're gonna have to try to get him a level up for that reason. So start with Micaiah and try to give him the XP, even though I don't expect to be investing in Edward long term or anything. One other thing I wanted to do, yeah, here we go. So you can see enemy always attacks first. For player units, if HP is less than 50, they attack first. So it's modified for enemies. Anyway, we do enough damage to kill, though, so that's good. You can see the Vantage in effect there. I don't know if this guy has the same stats. It looks like, at least roughly. Yeah. One other thing is that this does have some other patches. So it's got weapon triangle. I think that should show up here on the preview screen. It's got so normally in hard mode you don't have weapon triangle. This has it. Also, you can turn on enemy ranges, and also it has map affinity. I don't actually know what that does, to be honest, but it has it. Anyway, we've got guaranteed kill here, so we can just take that for now. Nice. You're wondering why the Mist text looks a little weird. It's because this is the EU version. That's generally what Sal uses for the various patches. Okay. Now, this guy... We already have the 9 speed, and we've only got 38 XP, so we're not going to be doubling for a little bit yet, even if we do get that speed level up. Which maybe is fine. Still not taking that much damage, though. I think the question is, do we want to... We definitely want to put Edward at choke point. We could let him face 2 attacks. The issue there, potentially, is that he does have Wrath, and so if he gets a Wrath crit... So in order to get into Wrath range, he has to have 30% or less HP. So that's 5 HP, because 6 would be 30% of 20. So he'd have to lose 14 HP, which is 3 hits. So that's not really a concern so long as he is only... Well, I guess, actually, yeah, there's not... We can put him out here, and it's not possible for them to hit him 3 times anyway. Or sorry, it is, but it's not possible for them to hit him, like, 3 times for 6 each, and then hit him the 4th time. Kill him. I guess, though, we should check to see if they all have the 12 attack. Yes, they do. Okay. So, I think we can have Micaiah chip this guy, and then Edward come over here and trade for the herb. Doubt we're gonna need to use that on Micaiah anyway, but if we do, we'll just trade it back. I guess she ends up sacrificing or something. Here comes Leonardo. Alright, so... Now here's where it already starts to get tricky, because normally, at this point, Micaiah plus Edward would be a kill on this guy, and because Edward still has 13 HP, he could still take 2 hits and wouldn't be at any risk of dying, but with the Vantage, this guy gets to swing first, so... We probably just need to heal Edward, and... Well, I guess we wouldn't... We could risk it if we don't attack this guy with Micaiah, but I think we should go ahead and set up that kill. And then that'll open up space for this guy to come in, and so Edward will end up facing 3 attacks. So we want to herb up again. It's a little unfortunate. If Edward doesn't crit here, we're not going to have room for both Micaiah and Leonardo to attack. Whoa. Oh, he didn't even get knocked into Wrath range for that. He just did it anyway. Okay. He actually does survive a hit here, so we can actually... attack this guy safely, except we don't actually kill this guy, and I don't think... Let's see, 13 attack, 14 attack. Nope. Well, wait. Okay, here's what we do. Let's see, what's your hit rate? 115... Avoid 20. There is a very small chance that Leonardo would miss here, but what we can do is we do this, and then To make absolutely sure. We do... Incidentally, I wonder if... I don't think Makai would die. I think I would... So, yeah, I'd rather give the XP here to Leo than to Edward. I mean, I guess we could also sacrifice for Edward. Actually, I wonder if that's correct. Oh, that guy has 10 speed anyway. Yeah, we're not hitting doubling thresholds. The thought process here is... In the short term, we care more about leveling Edward, but in the long term, we probably actually care more about leveling Leonardo, just because getting Leonardo specifically to promotion for Part 3 is nice. That way he can... Or wait, does he need to... Maybe he doesn't need to... No, I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe he doesn't need to actually promote to be able to use crossbows. But either way, like, Leonardo is definitely, like, more useful in Part 3 than Edward, and so promoting him is generally going to be better. But like I said, in the short run, Edward is more valuable, but he's going to get the one level anyway, and then I don't know that if he's going to get another one. So I think I'll stick to my initial plan here and feed the kill to Leonardo. Don't miss. I hopefully said it after. Alright, so... Edward could come up here, but I imagine the boss damage is going to be a little much for that. We get... They're up to 13 now, and the boss is at 21, so... Right? Part of that's the Iron Axe, but 8 additional damage... So the boss is doing 15. So yeah, Edward cannot survive a hit from the boss plus a hit from anything else. So I think we can sneak. Let's see. We can sneak Leonardo over here if we put Edward here. Seems like an okay thing to do, and have him chip this guy. Why does... Oh, one of the guys dropped an herb. Okay, sure. Well, we could get that back to Micaiah, I guess. The only problem with that is I do wonder whether we're going to end up, like, not able to get Micaiah into combat after that. But I guess that would kind of be a problem either way. If he crits, he's not killing, but he would kill Leo's help. So... yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And they do... This is already making me miss the 3DS era innovation of, like, you can just, like, select the enemy directly. I'm realizing that's, like, the last, Well, I guess Engage has it, too, and all that, but the last stuff that I recorded had that. So he takes 14 damage, so yeah, he does need to Vulnerary. I mean, we could sacrifice, but I don't actually want to do that. Alright, and I think we might as well now trade that herb back to Micaiah. Have her sit here. Wait, hold on. She's gonna get attacked. I'm an idiot. I forgot that that other guy is further forward. She doesn't die, so maybe this is fine. But I am an idiot. Alright, let's see if he gets the speed level up. Not that it matters too much at this point. Nope. Well, okay then. Okay, so... how do we deal with this mistake that I have made? Edward does survive 2 hits, so that part's fine. I don't... Yeah, we can't kill both of them. Even... Yeah, if he'd gotten the speed level up, we... actually probably still couldn't, because he probably wouldn't do enough damage, and neither Micaiah nor Leo are gonna one-shot this guy. Honestly, it might be correct to just drop Micaiah back here, or ping this guy, and otherwise not attack. I'm not seeing a lot of advantage to having Edward attack. I mean, because if he attacks, we either attack this guy who isn't going to die, and then he goes down into if he gets hit twice, or we attack this guy, and then he's not screening for our more squishy units, so... Yeah, let's just do that. And we probably don't actually need to heal Micaiah, but whatever, we're gonna do that anyway. And he does activate Wrath here, unless he doesn't get hit. Okay. Alright, how much damage did I say the boss was doing to him? It was 15. Yeah, that checks out. So... if... Oh, he can't get over there yet anyway. But if we were to predict 7, he'd be at 5 health, and then we sacrifice and we give him 14, so that is survivable. Okay. Ooh. I don't love that you have that lower hit rate, though. I mean, we're not in a rush here. I'm not trying to LTC this, so maybe we just take the guaranteed kill. And Edward, well, he still only has a 90. I guess Micaiah can step in if he misses, though. Yeah, okay. Alright, now we might as well sacrifice. Get some XP. Alright, and now we want to position where we can take advantage of our ability to pelt this guy from range. Oh, something else we should think about here is what to do with the Draco Shield. So we could, I mean, if we're gonna save it for, like, Jill or something, then it doesn't really matter. But if we wanted to use it on naloN, which is a pretty reasonable thing to do for next chapter, then possibly we want to give it to Edward. I guess there's not much downside to trading it to Edward, so... And we might as well heal Micaiah up just in case. Nice. Let's go. Leonardo boss kill? Question mark? I guess not. True. So we got two options here. Option 1 is we let Micaiah have the boss kill. Option 2... I mean, okay, we might as well do this. There's no downside to it. Option 2 is we heal Edward and try to give him the boss kill. Micaiah XP is generally pretty darn unimportant. So even though, as I said, we're not really aiming to train Edward, if we can get, like, one more level on him, that might make some difference next chapter. And getting a level on Micaiah is significantly less likely to, so I think I'm just gonna unsacrifice for a bit of XP. And we still can't safely do this, so we still gotta herb. Crit him again for 1 damage. That's what just happened. Oh, he didn't even get level. Fine. Alright. So... I don't know how long I'm gonna play this right now, but we can definitely do one more chapter at the very least. Alright, let's see how this looks. So... Ooh! naloN's getting doubled. I think that might be the enemy stat bonuses, because I do not think that normally happens. I mean, he is being weighed down by the steel axe, but... damn. Okay. Well, I mean, that guy is stationary. So... Normally I like to have naloN park here, and then, like, potentially... like, shove Edward here so that he only has to fight one of these two guys. And then he can kind of lock that down, but this is bad news right here. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Alright, let's see, 18 attack. So yeah, that's more than we were dealing with last time. He's taking 13 damage. That's not enough to put him in wrath range, which is important. So we could still do what I was talking about. He's not going to be able to, like, naloN is not going to be able to turn one, use the Draco Shield, if that's what we wanted to do. Oh, there's also, like, this guy here. So... how much damage is he doing? 17... This guy is doing effectively 17 because of weapon triangle, so he's, like... also gonna be doing 8 damage, yeah, so I mean, he takes a lot of damage, no doubt about it. So the alternative, potentially, is to not try to engage this guy turn 1. It's like I said, I'm pretty sure he's stationary. And just... the problem is then naloN potentially, like, if we have naloN block this guy, he potentially gets boxed in. The alternative, the other alternative is that we go, like, you know, here and here, or just here. That's real slow, which is part of the reason I don't normally do it. I might be correct here. Like, these guys are not doubling naloN. His combat against them does not look too bad. I mean, the hit rate is unfortunate, but... Now, he has apparently got the map affinity thing going for him, but I don't know, like I said, what that actually does. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just support bonuses, like, for Earth are avoid, so I would expect that to increase as avoid. I don't know by how much. His AS is 7. His avoid is 21. To me, that looks like like, that's 2x speed plus luck, which I think is the normal formula, so... I don't know. 21 avoid. This guy has 110 hit, so... That'd be like 89... Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't know. Well... Yeah, the big concern here... I mean, if naloN is taking 24 damage and he heals with a 20 HP vulnerary, he is only losing 4 HP per turn. That's not too bad. So we could still go with that. He also, like, he does two-shot this guy. So, like, next turn... Assuming he hits, like, this turn hits him on enemy phase, then he heals, then the following enemy phase he gets hit once and then he heals, which is not as bad and also makes it, like, more palatable that potentially, like, some other guy from over here comes in and hits him as well. I wonder if he's also going to get doubled by... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, no. And that guy doubling him is expected, but yeah, this is going to be rough. We really want to get a level on him, if possible, to get his speed up, too, but that's probably going to be a lot to ask. Well... I think I'm still gonna go for it. Maybe this is foolish. But... It's nice to have the space to make ranged attacks from behind. I'm still gonna take the Draco Shield. I don't know if I'm gonna use it on him, but... Alright, let's see. Oh, good. Oh, wait. Does that work? Does nihil actually cancel the Lunatic Revert? Like, I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like that's not in keeping with the premise. But... Oh, now I really want to test this, but also maybe I shouldn't. Well, we'll have an opportunity to test it at some point, I'm sure. Leo doesn't get doubled by this guy, so, like, potentially... And that is pretty ugly. Ugh. What I actually wanted to potentially do is shoot at this guy, but... Imagine... Yeah, that's no good. That is no good. I think we're just... Oh, I didn't consider that this guy would also die. But I don't think this guy's gonna move anyway. I think he's stationary. I think it should be okay. Does she get one shot by this guy? Yeah, she does. And she also doesn't kill him. Oh my god. Oy, oy, oy. If Leo actually killed this guy, I'd be more inclined to have him make that attack, but he does not, so yeah, we're just gonna... Okay, now if we herb here, we took 12... Yeah, that's fine. We herb now, we can vulnerate later, but we won't be knocked. We still won't be knocked into Wrath range quite. Wait, it'll be exactly 30%? Is it? Yeah, it has 30% or less. Oh, never mind. Okay, we gotta vulnerate. guess arguably I had time to go visit the house and get the vulnerary with Leonardo. Nice. Nice. Good dodging, naloN. Alright. Pressure's definitely been reduced. This could be an opportunity to see about... Although, this guy is still out here doubling him. Not for that much damage, and I guess only one of them can actually, like... It's only one enemy, but... Like, if he comes over here... Oh, that's a good hit rate. Alright, alright. Good biorhythm. We could also sacrifice for him. I'd like to get the hand axe. Possible. Let's see here. 9. Okay, Micaiah can kill that guy if we want. Leonardo cannot. So, like, the sort of natural thing to do would be... naloN moves up to here, kills this guy. Let me just double check, but... So, you take 9 here, 9 here, that's 18. And these guys are doing... that. Here you have 16 and 9 is 7, so that's 14. Actually, he doesn't survive that. Okay, so maybe naloN just attacks from where he is. We don't advance. Oh, wait, we're not going to be able to... Oh, no, yes, yeah, we can just move Edward. I was going to say, we can't have Leonardo chip this guy, but we totally can. We can just move Edward and not have him attack. We wouldn't want him to attack anyway. Okay, so... yeah. Start with this... He does get to attack first. That's broken. Oh, man. All right. So I could have moved him over here, actually, because he was... Yeah, that would have been safe. Well, I feel like I should report this as a bug, to be honest. Nihil shouldn't cancel that. That's too powerful. Kind of defeats the purpose. Alright, this guy is doing 9 damage. Is that less than the other guy was doing? Wait, oh, does the other guy... It is less, right? It was 18 before. Oh, I also... Was it? Yeah, he was taking 12. That other guy must have had an iron axe. I thought it was 18. But the other guy had 18 attack, but he wouldn't have been taking 12 damage off of 18 if this guy's doing... Or wait. 11, never mind. I'm looking at my own damage. 11 damage. Okay. So if we herb, we're at 19, then we take 11. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Well, also, I guess there's nobody else to come in and hit him and punish him for being in Wrath range anyway. Not that he will be, but if he was. Hey, that's a good level. That is a fantastic level. Let's go. Good job, Edward. Alright. I think we still do need naloN to tank here. Could be the moment to use that Draco shield. This Archer is also going to double him. Admittedly not for, like, the most amount of damage, but... Oh, wait, if we get the hand axe, he won't get doubled anymore. So we should do that. But what about this guy? This guy... We do just straight kill with Edward. I wouldn't mind getting the additional chip EXP on Leonardo. But... it's not like he's going to need to move farther than the next turn anyway. Mostly I'm thinking about like who's going to pick up the hand axe. Micaiah doesn't kill him, so the other thing we could do is bring Edward over here, chip him with Micaiah, finish him with Leonardo if we really want to feed him that kill. I guess having naloN himself get the hand axe is also an option. We know that this guy doesn't move. Now, let's do it like this. Let's go... You come over here, visit... Get the hand axe. It's actually not entirely clear whether I should... Oh, it's only doing 2 less damage anyway. Yeah, okay. Definitely equip that. Oh, I should have traded for the herb and healed him. Ah, whatever. The fact that naloN can just kill this guy, it's too powerful. It's unreasonable. Not taking damage. Or risking taking damage. Now, granted, we do have other units that can potentially do that, except not actually, which is pretty annoying, to be honest. This particular situation. Because I would really like... I mean... We could drop Edward back and then, like, have the 2 of these come in, and then... Yeah, that's... I think that actually makes some sense. Micaiah level... Magic. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about the quality of Leo's levels. I just want him to be level 10 by the time I'm doing 3-6, ideally. Well, yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. He still does need to heal, so I think we go ahead and do that now. Alright, now we could let Edward take this kill and then bait this guy out. Do that. I don't love that hit rate, but leave him at 10 HP. I don't think either... Oh, Micaiah does kill there. Okay. You don't. Alright. I mean... guess... Curiosity. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to actually do that. We could also just sacrifice here and let naloN take this kill. I mean, I would rather get it on naloN than on Micaiah anyway. Or even possibly do this. Sure, why not? This... The hand axe has lower hit rate? Okay. Stick with the... Good job. I might as well get some XP on Micaiah. Right. I hadn't actually done the calculus to see if that would happen, but I was thinking it might. Alright, naloN do be hurting. Once again, we can kind of shove Leonardo in the corner here. Edward, how do you do against this guy? You don't die, but you do get knocked into Wrath range. I think that's okay, because I think the boss will act first. Oh, he gets doubled even with the hand axe? Ugh, that's not great. And I don't think this is going to be great either. Though, honestly... I mean, that 5% crit... Also worth asking. So 9 damage... And 9 damage is 18, and then we need 12? Well... I mean... There's a world where that works out. The problem is that we're too low on HP. This guy obliterates Micaiah. He probably obliterates Leonardo. Actually, not quite. Okay. But we still don't have enough healthy units to deal with that, so... The other thing is, if Edward is the one boxing this guy in, he can still get hit by this guy, and then that's bad news. And I mean, naloN kind of has the same problem. 10, 10, and 13, that kills him. So we really are in an awkward spot here. What we'd like to do, I think, ideally, is get some enemy phase damage on this guy. I'm just not sure that that isn't going to trigger the boss to move. That's the problem. I mean, probably what I'm supposed to do is just wait and heal a bit. shoot. And Leonardo cannot move backwards while still being able to reach this spot. Otherwise, I would like to move him back and then have Micaiah sacrifice naloN while also vulnerating him so he gets to full health. That's not... I mean, I don't think if I just put naloN here that they're going to move, but I'm not totally sure about that. And if they do, we want to have bait in the form of, like, for this guy so that they don't both go for naloN. Which means... I mean, I guess it could mean Leonardo? He gets... Because he gets dropped to 1 HP, I think the enemy would like to target that, probably. But he also counterattacks, unlike Edward. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna move anyway. But I think I'm gonna do it like this. And then we might as well get Micaiah a bit more XP by doing this way. Okay, we do have the reinforcements coming in from Zabak. Damage. So Edward needs to be at 13 HP to survive that guy. So if he's gets knocked down to 6, he might just crit this guy, which would be very helpful. But whether he does or not, Micaiah can give him 7 HP. And that is just enough. So if we do that, and he hits, and he doesn't crit, well, he'll hit, but if he doesn't crit, then this guy's at 19. naloN's 14 plus Leo's 17 would be enough to kill him, although now I'm realizing that the problem is that Micaiah can't sacrifice if Leonardo's occupying this square. The alternative is to go for the boss, though Edward definitely cannot be healed after that because Micaiah would get got. And we also have the problem of naloN's Garbo hit right there. Oh, but Micaiah could attack without a counter. So, like, if the world where this works out is where Micaiah hits, Leonardo hits, naloN hits, and then Edward just walks up onto this tile. But in order for that to work, we need naloN to hit. So I guess that's what we're going for? I don't really see a terribly good alternative. We can still use Leonardo as bait on the hand axe guy, I guess, if naloN misses. And he did. Okay. Well... yeah, now I think the way we've got to do this is Edward here, Leonardo here, but don't attack. Micaiah. Go ahead and use an herb. Okay. This is getting to be trouble. Oh, the boss didn't move. I didn't realize he wouldn't move. Well... I'm trying... Oh my god. The problem is, I don't think we have a safe way to take this guy out. Like, we do 13 with naloN, but how do we do the other 12? Like, Edward's not gonna do enough. Leonardo's at 1 HP. I think we still gotta go for the boss. This is terrible. But I don't know what else to do. Oh, God. Alright. Oh, jeez. Alright. Leonardo as bait from here doesn't really work because he gets hit by this guy unless we have somebody blocking the rear. And the problem is 16 and 16... And with weapon triangle disadvantage, Edward exactly dies to these two. Does Micaiah die to the archer? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Frig. I mean, maybe we don't need the bait, right? Maybe we just, like, let this guy attack naloN, because if the boss isn't moving anyway, in which case... Problem is Edward can't reach this guy, and I doubt... Yeah, that's not doing anything. Well, I mean, I guess maybe we can bait the archer into attacking Leonardo. Oh my god. What a mess. We also have to escape next turn. Oh god. If we want to bait the guy, I think the way we have to do it... not that. Is... like... Oh. Oh, fuck. You don't have a vulnerary. Okay. You do. I mean, I guess... I don't actually know if he dies without it. Yeah. Barely, but... And I don't... I mean, I could sacrifice... Maybe that's actually fine. Micaiah's gonna have to go somewhere that, like, feels vulnerable anyway. Alright. Wait, did I put Leonardo too far away for the archer? I might have done that. No. But he did move second, so we had to dodge. But we did dodge. Okay. Well, now we can definitely kill this guy. I say definitely. I mean, I guess... It's a little touch and go. What am I looking for? Escape. I'm pretty sure only Micaiah has to escape. We're not gonna get the frickin' steel sword, though. Ugh. I mean, is there, like, any way... Yeah, no. Oh, that sucks. Not to even have the option. Oh, God. Okay. Just the, like, slight buffs to these guys really did make a difference here, I have to say. And I do wonder... Like, about... Like, granted, I wouldn't have been able to do the maneuvers that I did at the beginning of the chapter, but I do wonder about... if I had instead used the Draco Shield on naloN, been a little bit less aggressive at the beginning, whether that would have actually helped me get the Steel Sword. I don't know that that would be worth it as a trade-off, but... Goodbye, Leonardo. No turn bonus here. Alright, I think I will call it here. It took a while to get through that chapter. It's not like I had to restart or anything, but it's just like a lot of difficulties. So I think I'll stop this here, but thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.